From the boxing ring to your podcast station, here are the three guys that talk nothing but boxing. Ricky, Enrique, and Juan.
Boxing fans, welcome back to episode 61 of Boxing Talk Podcast. Thank you for joining us. Before we initiate this episode, remember to follow us on Boxing Talk Podcast on Instagram and Boxing Talk Pod on Twitter, and on YouTube it's Boxing Talk. With me as always is Enrique,
What's up, guys?
Juan,
What's up? What's up?
Cole the producer, waving in the background. Cole, thank you for joining us and for your
Yeah.
help. Guys, I'm back, episode 62. I missed episode 61, but I did see the Tyson Fury fight. That was crazy, man. I watched it out there in Mexico. It was pretty entertaining. Uh, but I know that was episode 61, but I'm back. Edito, shout out to you, man. Thank you for wishing me a safe travels. Appreciate you, man. I think Edito heard the episode and right away texted me I was in the airport. So
Yeah.
appreciate you, Edito. Uh, Guys, let's get into the fights. Jesse Vargas versus Liam Smith. Smith wins via 10th round TKO to become the WBO Intercontinental Super Welterweight Champion and improves his record to 31 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 18 KOs. Thoughts on Smith's performance? Should Vargas retire and focus on politics, compa? What do you think?
First, going off of the fight, um, I think Jesse Vargas started off really good. Those first two rounds, I think Vargas took, and then from the third round on, Smith just put his foot on the pedal and just started dominating Vargas. And Juan had mentioned offline that um, Vargas looked like the old man that he is, but in reality, guys, Smith is the older guy. But he did make look Vargas like he was older than Smith. By the way, Smith is only what, 32 years old, 33 years old, and he has gray hair, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, you know what, Enrique? It's so funny because
Yeah.
I'm graying out premature, but fuck, I'm
Yeah.
glad for my hair
Dude,
because
that dude
Smith,
that dude
Jesus
has a
Christ.
silver head of like gray hair. Like I don't know, but if you guys don't know who Liam Smith is, check him out. He looks like he's 45, 50, and he's only like in his early 30s. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, he won by 10th round knockout, guys. I had it 7 rounds to 2 prior to that knockout. Um, it was a good fight. It was a good fight for Smith. For Vargas, poor Vargas. I know you asked me the question, compa, should he focus on politics? Yes, definitely. And some of our fans were like, he should focus on his Latinos for Trump campaign. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know if Vargas is conservative or liberal. I don't care much, but yeah, he needs to focus on politics. And when we were previewing this fight last week, Juan and I know you couldn't join us, Rick, but we were saying like this dude hasn't fought in 2 years. How can he, and how can we as fans expect him to perform well? Like had he fought a tomato can, he could have won. But when you're fighting a top contender like that and trying to come back after 2 years, it's not gonna happen, man. Liam
Mm.
Smith is a top 154 pounder for a reason. He's been in there with big names like Magomed Kurvanov, Canelo Alvarez, Jaime Munguia, and he's been active. There was no way he was gonna win, but I feel bad for Vargas. I think he should definitely retire and focus on politics.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It was a good, entertaining fight, but I agree with you. He should retire and just focus on politics. Juancho, what should be next for Smith? Should he take on top contenders like Erickson Lubin, Israel Madrimov, or rematch against Makomet Kurbanov, Tim Zhu, Sebastian Fundura, or is he ready to take on the winner of Jamar Charlo versus Brian Castano? Too.
Nah,
What do you think, Juan?
I think he should go for a Tim Sue. You know, why not go for Tim Sue and then have them duke it out for, maybe a Castaño versus Charlo, the winner of those two, or maybe Fondura. Fondura just came out a great win too. He can test the young buck up and coming. And then this would be
Mm-hmm.
also a great fight for Fondura. Fondura can show people that he's one of the up and comers. Maybe he beats Smith and he's like, hey, you know what? Don't take me for granted. I'm still here. And then he can earn a fight for Castaño and Brian as well. So I mean, and Charlo. So
Oh, oh, I agree. What about you, Kiki? What do you think about that?
I mean, any of these guys is a good fight for Smith. But with Lubin, I don't think he would want to take Lubin only because he's coming off a loss. Madrimov, I think Madrimov, he's from Uzbekistan, and I think he's looking to have a rematch with the Frenchman Michel Soro, although they're not coming out with the date or anything yet. But I think that's going to be the next fight for Madrimov, so he's going to kind of taken up. I'm interested in the Kurbanov fight because Kurbanov hasn't fought in a year.
Hmm.
He was trying to fight Patrick Teixeira. Who knows if he's going to fight Patrick Teixeira again? He's canceled that fight like twice. Although Kurbanov is been calling out desperately, it seems he's been calling out Tim Sue,
Hmm.
but Liam Smith is there. I mean, Kurbanov beat Smith, but a lot of people thought it was a very controversial fight. Many people felt Smith won that fight, but because they were in Russia at the time, they felt they gave it to Kurbanov. So that's a good fight for him. Juan mentioned Tim Sue. Of course, Tim Sue, uh, he gave us a lot of views and downloads out here when we talked about his fight. So he seems like he's a popular fighter,
He's like our
not
most
only in
view on YouTube.
not only in Australia but out here in the U.S. So I mean, Smith versus Sue, that's a good fight. It's a good way for Liam Smith to show that he's not the old veteran, but it's also a good way for Sue to show that he is the real deal. Sebastian Fundura, a young guy. Fundura is trouble for anybody, man. Smith, as much as I like him, he's not ready for Charlo or Castaño. Whoever
I was
comes
gonna
out
say the
the
same
winner.
thing. He's not
Um,
ready for none of them.
so
For those two.
he needs to take on a top contender, and not just a top contender, but win in impressive fashion.
Yeah.
Again, he did defeat Vargas, good win for him, but again, Vargas was coming off a 2 year layoff, and he just managed to get the knockout. Um, I think next, Kurbanov, get that rematch.
Yeah.
Prove why you won the first time around, even though technically in the books it's Kurbanov who won. But I'd like to
Yeah.
see Liam Smith versus Kurbanov too.
Mm. Good choice. Good choice, guys. Good choice. Before we move on to the next fight, the one of the main events that happened this past Saturday, Kike, how was your trip to Legoland?
Oh, this last weekend, it was good, man. Got to take the
Yeah.
kiddos out there with my wife, hung out with another friend, him and his wife and their kids. So it was fun. It was my first time going. So pretty cool to see the kiddos run around happy.
Did you buy some Legos?
No, I didn't.
Juancho, how was your day at the Dodger Stadium?
That was pretty fun, man. We took the dub.
Yeah.
All we do is take dubs here.
Nice. I still haven't gone out to the stadium, man.
He's a Dodgers fan, but he can't name the shortstop, the starting shortstop.
And
All right. Well,
I only go watch just to be a fan for LA. That's all.
hey, Juancho, did you go buy a $17 tall can?
Bro, I was telling my friends, I
It's
was like,
ridiculous,
it's
man.
ridiculous. A freaking $30 with nacho fucking thing
Ugh,
that day. I
God.
was like, what the fuck?
That's why you got
That's
to
why
go to
you
Angel Stadium,
pregame.
man. Get
It's
preferred
the same
parking for
thing,
20
no?
bucks. No.
Kike, what are the
Parking
prices
at
in the stadium?
parking for Dodger Stadium is what, like $50 for general parking. At Angel Stadium, you get to park close for 20 bucks. Nachos over there, 10 bucks. Beers like 13
It's got
bucks.
that's gotta be the same thing, no? Oh,
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
You can
Well, we
get
still gotta go to
tickets.
a game with you, man.
You can get tickets for as low as $9.
Yeah, yeah, because you can find
Angels,
tickets for
baby, Angels.
Dodgers. You could get tickets for Dodger Stadium for like $20, and you fucking end up spending like 100. The
Yeah,
food, the parking, but yeah, okay. I know
man.
this is not a. Go ahead.
I was gonna say either way. I wish boxing ticket prices were that like that.
Oh, for real, dude. Jesus
I
Christ. We
know.
we 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 picked the most expensive sport, guys. Hey, but
Yeah.
with that being said, guys, let's move on to the next fight, one of the main events, which is Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson wins by via unanimous decision to become the new unified WBC and WBO, sorry, super featherweight champion, and improves his record to 18-0 with 9 KOs. Judges had the fight 10-2, 10-2, and 9-3 for Stevenson. Thoughts on his performance? Does this victory make Stevenson a top 10 pound for pound fighter? One, what do you think?
Man, I wouldn't say top 10 just yet. Um, yes, is he you could say one of the top 10 contenders out there that's come up and coming? Not contenders, well,
Bro, he's not a contender. He's a champ, bro.
champion,
Give him
yeah.
some respect.
Top 10, young
He's
bucks,
unified champion at that.
young bucks coming up. Um, I would
Mm.
say yes, but not for me. He hasn't cracked the top 10, pound for pound list yet. I think once he comes undisputed, yes, I think he deserves it. I just think he still has a lot to prove. Yes, he's beaten great champions, and Valdez, that fool should have lost his strap since the last fight. He wasn't a champ anymore. So just because of that, we all saw this coming. We saw him, pitter patting Valdez all fight. We foresaw that all that happened yesterday. Um, just it just happened. So it's like why give him his respect for being a champ, and um, but I don't think he's the top 10 pound for pound.
Dude, whether you like it or not, though, Valdez was the best option at 130 for him. Who else is
Hmm.
at 130 that can challenge Stevenson? Not only that, Valdez was the best option, and he made it look fucking easy. It was easy work for the young champ Stevenson. Dude, this kid's only 24, already a two division champion, unified champion at 130. The sky's the limit for this guy. He made it look easy against Jamel Herring, took his strap. He made
Yep.
it look easy against Valdez, took his strap. Guys, let's not forget Valdez is in has that Olympic pedigree. He fought for the Mexican boxing Olympic team. And not let's not forget he was also a champion at 126. So to get a strap at 126 and then take on the top two guys at 130, we can go on and say, yeah, go for undisputed. But come on, guys. Really, the other two champions, Kenichi Ogawa and Roger Gutierrez, those two ain't nothing compared to what Valdez will bring. So yeah, if he wants to go undisputed, of course, it's gonna be easy for him, Juan. He's gonna take it from those two guys. Uh, but as far as saying he's not top 10, I'm gonna have to disagree. This to me, this kid, because it's not only like you said, resume, yes, he's beat some champions already, but also the way he makes it look. The guy's making it look easy. Remember, pound for pound means if you were to put this guy at heavyweight with the skill set that he has, would he beat the other heavyweights? If you put him in there with a middleweight, that's what pound for pound means. That if he was to move through the weight divisions, just based pure on his skill set, what he is, how does he do? And this dude, like our boy Max said, he makes it look like an art. He makes it look
He
beautiful.
really does.
Like he has good range. He's just man, the guy, and he's only
He
24, guys. That's the scary part.
Enrique, he has good defensive skills and offensive skills. He
Yeah,
looked great. He looks great. He's a fast guy. I don't know. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. Like you said, he's
yeah.
such a young kid.
And I know people are gonna be critics, man, and they're gonna say, "Oh, Valdez sucks," and especially the Latino crowd, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Valdez sucks. He didn't do shit." Guys, it's not easy when you step in there with a guy like Stevenson, who's a once in a generation type talent. Like
Yeah.
Canelo is a once in a generation type talent. Tyson Fury, those kind of guys, they make these good, great champions look ordinary. And it's not a knock on Valdez. He risked to put his O on the line, which that's what us fans ask for in the first place. Why are these fighters scared to put their zeros on the line? And then when they do put their zeros on the line and they lose, oh, he sucks. He's not good.
Yeah.
No, guys, let's start making boxing like MMA. MMA that guys can have 12 to 13 losses and they're still considered greats.
Well,
They're still top
what?
15 contenders. Like, you know what I mean?
So just like those, like, like, oh, like those fans that say that, oh, he sucks after he loses. Those are
Yeah.
bandwagoners, man.
Yeah,
They're just
exactly.
they're there for the hype, and they lose,
Yeah.
they forget about that boxer.
Cause dude,
So
yeah. Yeah.
go ahead, Enrique.
Go for it. Go, my bad. My bad. Go for it.
No, well, I was gonna say, what do you think is next for Stevenson? You think
That's the
any
hard part, man.
rematches or
Because that's the hard part, man. Because it's almost a joke to say should he rematch Herring or Valdez because he shouldn't. It's I mean
he
those two
shouldn't? I
guys
don't
are
think so.
still top guys, but he made it look too easy. And the other thing is like, yeah, he can go for undisputed, get all the straps at 130, but Ogawa and Gutierrez compared to Valdez, they're in in my book, they're inferior to what Valdez is, and look how he made Valdez look. So it's almost just child's play for him. Uh, could he face one of these contenders like Oshaki Foster or Rakimov, who that's really the only other two guys? 130, he's pretty much beat the best guys at 130. So
But do
it,
you think he should move up to lightweight?
that's the thing, dude. That's why I don't know. Does he stay to get undisputed just to have that on his, just to have the notch on his belt? Yeah, he could do that, but it's easy, man. Or yeah, move up to lightweight. Because imagine him facing dudes like Tank, Devin Haney,
mm,
Cambosis.
hmm
Tho- those are more interesting
Well,
fights, but we'll
even
see.
even Osuna asked him when he was interviewing. Oh, David Haney is in the crowd. Is that a
Oh yeah,
possible
yeah,
fight in the future? And he was like, absolutely.
yeah.
So yeah, you never know, man.
And if you guys
Guys,
have never seen, there's a legendary video comp out there of Stevenson and Haney sparring. If you're, I know most of us like a fight and brawl, but if you're a fan of the science of boxing, that's a perfect sparring session right there between Haney and Stevenson. I know it's
yeah.
out there, so
Yeah, yeah. If you guys want to search that out to the
yeah.
listeners on YouTube, and what do you guys think about the Shakur proposing to his girlfriend, rapper Young Lyric? I didn't even know that was her name, but I searched it up,
Yeah.
Young Lyric. So he got down on one knee and proposed in the ring. What do you think about that one?
I mean, why not? You just became a fucking unified champ and greatest, Nate. It's like not even national wide. It's fucking worldwide broadcast, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Have everyone see. I just became a fucking champ. I'm a king of this shit, and I just fucking wiped her up. So it's like, all right, why not all in one?
Yeah.
So Juan, I asked you this because you're the young buck of the group. So do you know who Young Lyric is?
I don't know who that was.
Okay, she's a rapper. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is. I thought she was
So
Uh,
just her
yeah, she's
girlfriend.
No, she's a rapper. Well, now that we're on the Shakur boat here, did you guys catch the post press conference fight that erupted outside of the conference hall?
oh shit, I didn't see that. No.
No, you guys didn't see
What
that. It
happened?
was a
No.
huge fight. So,
Yeah.
so Shakur, he was being interviewed and people were being loud. So I guess in the
Yeah,
hallway,
yeah.
people were just being loud, and even Shakur was like, "Hey, can y'all, shut up? Y'all being loud."
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
And even another guy was like, "Hey guys, this is a Shakur Stevenson press conference, not off to
Yeah.
the side fan conference." And all of a sudden, they asked Shakur, they asked him. So do you consider yourself a pound for pound, fighter on the list? And then all of a sudden, you just see Shakur look up, drops his belt, and takes off running to the hallway. So it was a
Shit.
huge fight between Shakur's camp or whatever, his family.
Yeah.
So I read up on it, and it's something to do with his mom. He was asking about his mom, and he thought that the mom was in there, but they were involved in a
Yeah.
fight, the whole team.
Jeez, man.
So yeah, I
Fight,
caught that
fight
on
with who
on
though?
YouTube. I don't know. I couldn't find out who actually. I think it was what do
Just
you call those people? The hecklers. It was a heckler
Uh,
that created the fight, and
yeah.
security, the police got
I
involved.
did. I did see how Shakur was partying with Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the club though afterward.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was partying it up with those two. So
Oh,
they were
oh wow,
they're
shit! I didn't know
celebrating
that.
his win.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
man, it's crazy.
congrats. Yeah, congrats to Kurt Stevenson, man. I think that kid has a bright future, man. I'm excited to
Yeah.
see him, in the future. But let's talk about Valdez. Enrique, what do you think should be next for Valdez?
And that's is where I want to tell people, guys, don't forget Valdez. This guy was just a champion. He faced an elite talent, once in a generation type talent in Stevenson. Remember, Stevenson has that Olympic pedigree too, guys. He was a
Yeah.
silver medalist. These Olympic guys, they come out to be really good professional fighters. Keyshawn Davis is an Olympic fighter. Muhammad Ali was an Olympic fighter. Mike Tyson. All these guys that come from the Olympics, they tend to do well in the pro game. So there's no knock to Valdez. What I want to say about now, Valdez can go ahead and try to be champion again. Valdez can go ahead and take Kenichi Ogawa, try to take his strap, or go for Roger Gutierrez and try to take his strap. So Valdez, don't quit, dude. Uh, Try to be champion again. You got those two other guys, and then you never know. You might be knocking on Stevenson's door again for a rematch, and maybe change your game plan up a bit this time because he was just like this, dude. The high guard coming forward and not throwing punches. The only punch that worked for him was that straight right. That straight right was the only punch working from that night.
and and even Stevenson said it that right was awkward, so it caught him.
Yeah,
He even
yeah,
confessed to that he had a right awkward
yeah,
punch. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think Valdez still has a future. Obviously, he's disappointing. I mean, you lost. You lost.
yeah.
So obviously, but
He'll
Juan,
be champion again.
yeah, I think so too. Juancho, I want to
Yeah.
ask you about the knockdown that Valdez suffered. So when he was asked by Fernando Osuna if Oscar thought it was a knockdown, Oscar stated that he didn't believe so. He continued by stating that it was a punch to the glove and that he slipped. What do you think about that one?
Nah, you can clearly see, man. He got caught just by a little too. If it was even if it was to the glove, he still got caught right
I
there
think
at
the uh
yeah.
huh.
He got caught like
I
right at the
think
point.
the rope saved him también.
Yeah, he well,
Well, what happened? What started that knockdown, guys? Remember, he swung and missed,
yeah.
and that
Mm-hmm.
pushed him off
Hmm.
balance. And then the second time, that's when Shakur came and then punched him, and he was already off balance. Yeah, it might have caught his glove a bit, but it hit him. It's a knockdown, dude. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
the rope saved him. The rule book is if the ropes save you from stop you from your fall, or your gloves or your knee touch the canvas, it's a knockdown. It's
Yep.
not
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson's fault that he's so great at defense. He made you lose your balance, bro. That's what I'm talking about, Stevenson, dude. This dude was making Valdez, a champion, go off balance with his punches. That wasn't the first off balance punch he had. That was like his third or fourth of the night by that point. It's crazy, man. This dude Stevenson's legit.
No, he is. He is. So yeah, I think that was a legit. I mean, knockdown. I believe it was a legit knockdown. And
Yeah.
Stevenson talks about Valdez having a big head. I think Stevenson has a fucking weird ass small head, right? So weird.
Yeah, like a peanut
Yeah, he has a peanut head. Hey guys, so I
head.
know we didn't preview this fight, but I think this is one of my favorite fights of the night, and that is Serrano versus Taylor. What a
Oh, that
fight!
was a beautiful fight.
What a fight. It was extremely explosive. The historic ring walk at the MGM sold out by two women. So this is a
Yeah,
huge staple in women's boxing history, in my opinion. I
yeah,
think this is going to go on the history of book in the books for this. I
yeah,
think Serrano and Taylor both are warriors. They gave
yeah,
a hell of a show. It was
yeah,
extremely entertaining. There was round five was my favorite. Round five, these
yeah,
two, it reminded me of Arturo Gatti versus Ward. That's how much that reminded me of that fight. Both of them just gave each
yeah,
other hell. What do you guys think about this
yeah.
fight?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, um, whether you thought Serrano won or Taylor won, both these women gave a hell of a fight. They hyped this fight to be the best women's fight in history, and it lived up to it. Uh, how many times have we heard fights get super hyped up and they don't live up to it?
Mm-hmm.
I come back to think of Mayweather Pacquiao didn't live up to it, but these
No.
women literally lived up to the hype. They sold out the MSG, Madison Square Garden, which the mecca of boxing. People now say it's Vegas, but the historic fights that have happened at the Madison Square Garden, and for these women to sell it out, that says something. And hopefully, this is not the last time women's boxing takes over like this. There's a lot of great female boxers that literally put the. We've said it multiple times, guys, that the women legit uh, duke it out a lot better than the guys do,
Oh
dude.
hell yeah,
They
dude! In
fucking go
any
all
sport.
out, bro. Yeah, they go all out, man. And at the end of the day, these two warriors, they're both should come out with their heads held high. I
Mm-hmm.
personally did see Taylor win 6 rounds to 4, maybe even 7-3. So I agreed with those judges. I know Juan's gonna say he saw Serrano win 6-4. I will say Serrano had a hell of a fifth round. She
Mm-hmm.
outpointed Taylor in that round like 40 punches to like 10. So when you see the totals, guys, of Serrano outlanded her 170 to like 140, of course it's going to seem that Serrano won the fight. But remember, guys, it's not about cumulative punches. It's about who outlanded who did the most damage in each and every round. Boxing is scored by who wins that round. Um, Serrano's, at the end of the day, is going to kick herself in the butt for not finishing Taylor. She could have finished Taylor, but
She
hey,
could have.
Taylor, you got to give her credit for having a tough chin, having that heart and desire to not be put down. So at the end of the day, dude, the fans won. Even though Katie Taylor won, I mean, it was a hell of a fight. It's been one of the best fights I've seen today, male or female. So,
Hmm.
um,
And
amazing fight.
and it's like you said, but I've never seen Taylor in that position. She was
Yeah,
in a fight in survive mode. You know, she was in
yeah,
survival mode in round number five. Like you said,
yeah,
Serrano could have finished her off, but she couldn't. You know,
yeah,
and huge ups to Taylor for having that stamina and that
yeah.
heart to continue to fight. Fun fact about Taylor, guys. I don't know if you guys knew this. In the late 1990s, she used to hide her long hair and her what do you call that? The guard.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and the headgear. She used to hide her
yeah,
hair
yeah,
in the headgear, and she used to go by the name of Kay Taylor.
yeah.
Um, Before she caused an uproar when opponents at competitions found out that she was a girl. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
knew that.
Well, it's because in Ireland, I think
It was
boxing was
illegal
banned.
for women.
Yeah, it was illegal. Yeah, so that's why she would do that, dude. I mean, and
And
that's
look
why
at
she
her
didn't
now.
become pro for. Yeah, dude, because she's already, believe it or not, she's actually the older woman than Serrano. Serrano, I think, is like 32, 33 years old, and Katie Taylor's already 35. So
Yeah, and again, I mean, big ups to Taylor and big up to Serrano, the
yeah,
Puerto Rican. I forgot what they called her, the Puerto Rican queen or the Puerto. I forgot what her nickname is, but
yeah.
they were calling her something Puerto Rican something.
I if I was
Uh,
Katie Taylor, dude, I'd pull like a Tyson Fury unless they rematch. It doesn't get any bigger than this, man. You can just tip your cat off. You did it all in boxing.
yeah.
Undefeated, undisputed champion. You beat the best women of your time. You're 35 years old. Call it a night, man. Unless they sign a deal for a rematch and they run it back. But if I was Katie Taylor, dude, hang it up. And not
Yeah.
because she's no good anymore. It's just why keep on taking punishment? You know?
Legacy. She took a
Yeah,
lot of punishment
legacy.
in that fight.
Yeah, dude.
What did you think about that fight, Juan? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I think I was doing my scorecard on the side with Kike. Um,
Mm,
but fuck, man, I thought honestly I saw it on my end that Serrano, won a couple swinging rounds on my end. Um, like you,
yeah.
we always say judges will score differently. Sometimes they like the
Yeah.
the power punches. Some others like combinations. Other ones like just the jabs consistently more active.
But Juan, that whole fight was power punches. I think
Yeah, that shit.
Serrano landed two jabs and Katie
That
Taylor
sh-
landed one jab. The whole fight was power
That
punches. So,
shit was crazy. The last like 10
man,
you never see fighters, even in the men's side, you never see
yep,
anyone throw punches at the last round, just going back and
yeah,
forth. And
They didn't give a fuck,
they were
dude.
just like, I was like, oh
bro,
Jeez.
fuck.
both landing hooks just do do.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Holy crap.
Oh my
You know what?
god,
They
dude, it
needed
was rock and sock and roll
they
last
needed
night.
a little uppercut up there, and then someone probably would have got knocked down for
Yeah,
sure.
never know,
Jeez.
man.
What
Crazy,
what an
crazy fight.
exciting fight. I think it's fight of the year. I think
Yeah,
it's up there for one of my favorite fights up there with all the other
of
fights
all
that I like.
time, dude, of all
Jesus
time.
Christ. And you know what? I don't like Jake Paul, but I have confidence that Jake Paul is going to continue to put Serrano on a pedestal, and maybe you never know, maybe get a rematch against Taylor. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys caught it, but after the fight ended, Serrano was training in the back, and Jake Paul
yeah,
came into the camera. Hey,
yeah,
he's training. Let's go. Let's
yeah.
run it again. That was pretty
Crazy,
cool.
man.
So,
Yeah.
guys, it's the end of April. I can't believe it. It's May 1st today. So,
Hey,
as
day.
all of our listeners know, or our continuous listeners, as soon as a month ends, we go into our favorite fight and chaos of the month. So, I'm going to read you a list, and then I'll get you guys' opinion. First, we have Sandro Martin versus Jose Felix, Sebastian Fundura versus Erickson Lubin, which was a KO, Gennady Golovkin versus Ryota Murata, which was a KO. Ryan Garcia versus Emmanuel Tago. Elemantos Santiones versus Ratsab Butaev. Cody Crowley versus Josito Lopez. Isaac Cruz versus Yoroikis Gamboa, which was a KO. Errol Spence Jr. versus Jordanis Ugas, KO. Tyson Fury versus Dillian White, which was a KO. Jesse Vargas versus Liam Smith, which was a KO. And Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Juan, let's start with you. Which one is your favorite fight and your KO of April?
Man, I would say my favorite KO it's gonna be the Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. Just because, man, seeing Tyson Fury just do that uppercut. That was crazy for a heavyweight, man. And then
Oh, hold on. Before we start, I know I was in episode 61. What did you guys think about that KO? Because was it a little controversial? I know it was an uppercut, but then Fury pushed him. What do you guys think about that?
like
Well, like
Ike,
we said
Because he
it.
pushed him like this.
yeah, like
Like we
Ike.
said last round, dude. Like we said last episode, man. Look, he did push him. A lot of people are gonna see this controversial, but dude, he did rock Dillian White.
No, he did. He did.
Whether he was gonna push him or not, Dillian White was knocked out. Look at the replay, guys. The dude's eyes went up to his brain. Like yeah, he was knocked out. Push or not, like I don't know. A knockout's a knockout. It is what
Yeah.
it is. I mean, Tyson Fury was dominating that fight, anyways. Dillian White is complaining that had he not pushed me, I would have. Bro, White, you
Nah,
weren't
I
doing
saw
shit.
that too. I
You
saw that
had your
too.
opportunity and you didn't do shit with it. So
Because
that's on
even
you.
when he was hit, the ref was like, hands up, he fucking went into the referee.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to tell you guys about that because I wanted to
Mm.
talk to you guys about that. But okay, so that was your favorite KO, Juan. What about favorite fight?
I think fight. I'm gonna have to go with Errol Spence Jr. and Ugas.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Keegan?
Damn, dude, there was a lot of good knockouts this month. Um, Fondura Lubin, that was both of them knocked each other down. Golovkin Murata, Golovkin was looking suspect there until he finally knocked him out. Gamboa and Cruz. I mean, Cruz knocked him down like what, like 5 times. Spence and Ugas with that nice stoppage. Fury and White. I mean, Vargas. Shit, this is tough, but I think my favorite knockout's gonna be Isaac Cruz, Yuriorkis Gamboa. I know he fought an older man, but nobody, even though Gamboa has been knocked down, he's never been knocked down that many times, dude. And Cruz continues to show why he's a top lightweight, um, even though he's a little small guy. But hey, it's all about the heart and here. So um, I like that knockout. As far as my favorite fight, um, you know what? I like Valdez versus Stevenson. I know I usually go with the competitive fights. This was very one sided, but Stevenson showed why in my eyes, why he's a top 10 pound for pound fighter now. He's made these champions look ordinary, and he's going to continue to make fighters look ordinary until he fights one of the once in a generation type fighters like himself, like a Haney or y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but even Ryan Garcia, guys. I mean, Stevenson way better boxer than Garcia. Don't get me wrong, uh, but Garcia just that power and speed. You can never put that out. He has a chance just in that sense. Put him in there with Tank or even against Teofimo. Those are good fights for him. So we'll see how this kid's career turns out. But that's my favorite fight.
Okay. Good. I like those. For me, it's gonna be the KO is gonna be Triple G versus Royota Morata, just for
That's
the
a good
mere
one.
fact that Triple G is such a humble fucking guy, man.
Yeah, dude.
Just I love that guy. He's
Copa
such a
so
good.
humble. He's a killer and knocked this dude out.
Yes, yes, and gave him his robe and gave him back his belt.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this guy's fucking awesome. So that's my favorite KO. Actually, it's my favorite KO. In fight kind of because I wanted to see Triple G
Yeah.
back. But favorite
Yeah.
fight, it's got to be Errol Spence versus Ugas.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Errol Spence, man, I'm glad to see him back, and he hasn't lost a
Yeah.
step. I'm excited to see him back in the boxing ring. And even though I felt bad for
Yeah.
Ugas, it was such a good fight, and that was my favorite
Yeah.
fight. So
Yeah, dude. This month we got three really good fighters finally returned: Triple G, Garcia, and Spence. Because all three of those guys had been out for over a year.
You
So
mean two really
it,
good
it was good
fighters?
to, bro. Everybody likes Garcia, dude. A lot of people like Garcia. So he's just a superstar. Whether he's good or not, he's a superstar. He changes the sport of boxing just like Jake Paul does. Even though Jake Paul, like Eddie Hearn said, he's not gonna amount. He's not ever gonna be a world champion. He's not ever gonna be world class. He flat out told him in his face, "You're not gonna be a champion." So
he's not.
yeah, he's just one of those guys that move the needle. So uh,
I think he
they made a
makes a
return.
great promoter though.
Who?
That's
Jake
where
Paul?
his
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Jake Paul. Yeah, he's a great
Well,
promoter. I think
cause
that's
look,
where
man,
his
he's good on social media, so of course he fits that role perfect. But we'll see.
Yeah.
He actually, speaking of Jake Paul, announced, was it today, Juan? I don't know if you saw that, because they were saying August, they just didn't know what day yet, but they said August 13th. He said, "I'm back August 13th." That's what he posted.
Oh shit.
Against
So
who though?
we don't know
No.
against
Oh,
who. We don't know against who yet, but it just said August 13th.
Hmm. Well, let's stay tuned on that one. We'll keep you guys posted. Let's move on to news, guys. There's
Yeah.
some news for this episode. For all you Andy Reese fans, Andy Reese versus Luis Ortiz gets rumored for August 13th at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. What do you guys think about that? I don't know if I want to go to that one, man.
What if Jake Paul fights in this card, dude?
Oh,
August
también.
13th in an LA. You never
Oh,
know. But hey, I wouldn't mind going to this fight. I mean, they're both top heavyweight contenders. Ruiz, Ortiz, both getting a little older, but hey, Ruiz attracts the Latino community, compa. You know
he does.
our Latinos are gonna show out, and they're gonna show up in
But
droves to that arena. So I don't know. Maybe I might try to go.
he also,
This is not a for sure yet though. It's not official. They're just saying this is the date, August 13th in
but
at
he
the
also
Crypto.com
attracts,
arena.
he also attracts the brawlers, man. Because what happened in the Nightmare
Yeah.
versus Ortiz fight, there was a brawl
Yeah.
in the fucking stand.
Yeah, that too.
You remember that?
Yeah,
So I
dude.
don't know about that. Well, if you guys go, I'll try to go too.
Yeah.
That way we'll be there in
hopefully
bunches.
he keeps those trunks up his fucking ass because it's
Yeah, I
always
know, bro.
to
He's
the
got his
low.
fucking ass crack up his middle of
he's
his back.
Yeah.
he has a plumber's crack.
And plus, I don't want to see his tatted ass cheeks either. Bro, I can't. Come on, bro. What man? I wish Cole, the producer, could say something about this, but what man tats his ass cheeks, bro? Come on now. Jesus. Yeah,
he's
O-
Cole's nodding his head back there
Only
saying,
Cole
no,
would do
that's not
it.
right.
He's like, yes, definitely.
Ay, ay, ay.
Juancho. So Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker rumored to take place on July 2nd in London. What do you think about that?
It's an exciting fight between these two, and it's in London, man. It's the Brits over there love their fucking boxing. It's always a great atmosphere over there. So it's like I would say they don't celebrate Fourth of July, but for us, it's a good time. We'll be kind of in vacay mode for during that time, so it's like okay, great for us, and it's a good fight between those two.
Again,
Yeah.
guys, this is another one of those fights. It's not official yet. They did have their first face off and stuff, but they're saying that the first that they are saying that the fight's going to take place July 2nd. Nothing official yet. We Juan and I last episode did make mention that this was being rumored for July. It was one of those things where we knew the month, we didn't know the day yet, but they're saying July 2nd now. Number one versus number two here. Winner would essentially be in line to face the winner of Usyk Joshua rematch. So hey, why not? We've seen the Juggernaut, and then we've seen Parker against Chisora. So this is a good fight between UK versus New Zealand, because I think Parker's from New Zealand. No, Juan.
Yeah,
And then Parker, he knows what it's like to be a champion. And if you guys didn't know, Joseph Parker has defeated Andy Ruiz as well. So Joseph Parker's a big name. Joe Joyce is a guy that has Olympic pedigree. He's kind of on the older side, kind of started his pro career a little later, but he's a top heavyweight. But at the end of the day, if we were to make predictions today, I think Parker takes it, just because Joe Joyce has a lot of power, guys, but he's just fucking slow, bro. He looks slow. He's a big dude, though. I mean, 6'6" versus Parker, I think, is 6'2", but we'll see. We'll see
That's
if
a
the
big fucking
size
guy.
helps him out. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good fight. Hopefully, something comes out official saying that it is July 2nd. This is most likely gonna take place on the zone, because Parker and Joyce are both under Matchroom, I believe. So let's hope it gets announced soon.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. With that being said, guys, so the Jean Pascal versus Falong Meng gets officially announced for May 20th and will take place in Florida under the ProBoxTV.com. What is ProBoxTV.com, you ask? Well, this is straight from their website. ProBox TV is a new source of premium boxing content. They will offer live events and robust supporting content brought to you by our funders, former champions Roy Jones Jr., Juan Manuel Marquez, Antonio Tarver, and Paul Malignaggi. I
Yeah,
thought Paul Malignaggi was over, but he's back.
yeah, yeah,
You remember
yeah,
Paul Malignaggi? Was it
yeah,
HBO or Showtime? No,
yeah.
HBO, yeah, or Showtime. He was
He
in one
was
of those.
Showtime. Showtime, yeah. He
So
was a
yeah,
fighter for
so
Showtime too.
Yeah, yeah, he was. So far they are offering subscriptions for 189 a month or $18 for the year, which is not bad.
Yeah,
The main broadcasters again will be Juan Manuel Marquez, Paulie Malignaggi, Antonio Tarver, and Roy Jones Jr. I'm excited for Roy Jones Jr.
yeah.
What do you guys think about this? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, focused on the fight. Uh, Jean Pascal making his return and against a top contender in Fan Long Meng. So it's not going to be easy for Pascal, although Pascal, I think, is the favorite here. But Meng, Chinese fighter, undefeated, uh, and in this upstart network, we'll see. I mean, so far, so good, but Triller kind of started things the same way, too. Well, let's just hope that they can keep to their promise because they are promising 2 to 3 events per month. So I mean, it's not a bad price at all. I mean, you're paying $2 to watch 2 to 3 events, whether they're big name skill or not. I mean, if you like boxing, um, yeah. And then not only that, they're bringing guys that are experienced in to be part of their
Exactly.
broadcast booth. And Paulie Malignaggi, Antonio Tarver, who's been a champ, Juan Manuel Marquez, although he's a Canelo
Mhm.
hater, but he's a historic Mexican warrior. And then you got, of course, the great Roy Jones Jr. Um, Malinashi was a champ too. All those guys are former champs. So I mean, as far as trying to attract a fan base, this is pretty good. So I'm gonna check it out. ProBoxTV.com. When that fight comes around, that's actually taking place in what, in like two, almost 3 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. So curious to see Pascal in his return because as we all know, guys, he got banned for a couple years due to taking steroids. Um, so he's making his return. I hope Fan Long Mang beats his ass, dude, because Pascal is not the first time he pops positive for steroids. I think this is the second or third time he gets caught.
Yeah,
So
that's
I hope
bullshit.
Mang beats his ass, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Should
What do
be
you think
good.
about that? What do you think about it, Juan? You gonna check it out? Pro Box TV.
I mean, who can say no to a 199 subscription? It's like $2. It's like
Yeah.
my fucking hot Cheetos at the liquor. I'd rather just put it in, you know.
Actually, those are more expensive, bro.
Oh yeah, they are actually. Yeah, they are now.
Oh fuck.
How much are they
Okay,
now?
well,
I think they're like
probably like 2 or 3 bucks.
Oh
198. I
yeah.
think. You know. So
Oh shit. That's funny. Well, yeah, I'm gonna check it out too. I'm excited to see Roy Jones Jr. And like you said, Enrique, these are experienced boxers, not like Trailer
Yeah,
that they have
yeah,
Snoop Dogg and whatever. So it should be good. Uh,
yeah.
so guys, we also have Rilandi Lara gets added to the Davis versus Romero card on May 28th, and is set to face Gary O'Sullivan for the WBA middleweight title. What do you think about that, Juancho?
for a bit, but
That's all good.
also good. Uh, you know, it's like you were saying. It's great to see Edeslandi be added to a great card.
Mhm.
You got Davis versus Romero. It's already a good fight between those two. Why not make it even better with having Edeslandi Lara in it? Edeslandi Lara is not a guy to mess around with. And against Gary, I think it's going to be a good fight for Islandi. And another title match. Even though Davis is not a champ, and people consider him a champ for some fucking reason, um, it's always great to have these fighters that join.
Yeah.
I
No.
think, I mean, for those of you guys that are fans of the Cuban fight style, they like to fight that, literally school of boxing of hit and don't get hit. They like to move around pretty around the ring. Erizlandi Lara, one of the best of them to do it. Um, Making his return because he last fought. Remember, guys, the last time we saw him fight was on the Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola fight card, and that was, believe it or not, guys, that was already a year ago, May last year, May 1st, and here we are, May 1st of 2022. So he's making his return after a year. We were talking a couple episodes ago, where the hell has Aries Landi Lara is? Well, here he is, guys, facing Gary Spike O'Sullivan, who's fought some top guys. He's fought Jaime Munguia. I want to say he fought. Did he fight Gabe Rosado? I'm not sure, but I know for sure he fought Jaime Munguia at what used to be known as the Stub Hub, now is the Dignity Health Sports Park. But yeah, it should be a good comeback fight for Lara. I know it's for the WBA middleweight title. We all know the real true WBA champion is Triple G. Um, so if Lara wins, this sets him up perfect to fight Triple G. that would be a good fight if Lara can handle business. Triple G versus Lara, but we all know Triple G is set to fight Canelo in September. Should Canelo be victorious in his
Hmm.
fight this coming week, which we're gonna preview that
Yeah,
fight later in
should
the
be exciting.
episode.
Yes. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll keep you guys posted with that. Um, so now, guys, Jomel Semperfi Herring has an opponent for May 21st, and it will be undefeated lightweight prospect Jermaine Ortiz, which is 15-0, one draw, and 8 KOs in Las in
No,
Las
whoa,
Vegas.
whoa, Cole, you adding sound effects to the episode? What was that? That's oh
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
that? Cole's like losing
Oh my god.
it. That's what we call a roach coach. It's a roach coach, guys. For
Roach
anybody
coach.
that is wondering what that is usually people that sell produce and stuff, and they make that sound.
Beat your
Uh,
head.
what was I? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, so
Jamel Herring.
Jamel Semperfi Harry has an opponent for May 21st, and it will be a defeated lightweight prospect Jermaine Ortiz, which is 15 victories, 0 losses, one draw, and 8 KOs in Las Vegas as a co-main event to Janibek Alimikunuli versus
Yep.
Danny Dignum event. Is this a dangerous fight for Herring to take on a young and undefeated fighter in Ortiz as his first fight back at 135 since 2018? What do you think, Enrique? Because I think it is dangerous.
Yeah, man. I mean, for those of you guys that don't know Jermaine Ortiz, like we said, he's a young, up and coming prospect. Herring moving back up to 135. He hasn't fought there in 4 years. Um, it's a good and a bad thing because it's a good thing to test himself against a younger man, a guy that they're hyping up to be a good lightweight. But it could be a bad thing for those same reasons as well because as we know, uh, in boxing history, usually the a good young man defeats a good older man. So I don't know, dude. We'll see. Could be a mistake, but I don't know. Jamel Herring looking old as hell after that Stevenson fight. I don't know what the hell Stevens. I mean, besides whooping his ass, but it just seems like he's just I don't know, man. He's old, and then he's had issues outside of the ring with cutting ties with his coach. I guess he was messing around. I don't know the full story, but I don't know, guys. Like we say, we like to read a lot into the different factors, and this might be a setup for Herring, and it might make
Yeah,
Jermaine Ortiz look good. I don't know. We'll see. What are your thoughts,
yeah.
Juan?
I mean, like you were saying, it's a young guy. He's hungry. And hearing's having issues with the outside factors. So maybe might have been such a good idea. Why not maybe have a fight where you can try to feel yourself out again with a new trainer, tomato can. Work yourself around with that trainer and basically try to find uh, what people say is your chemistry with your trainer, with whoever's gonna be his trainer now. So.
Because look, we saw it not long ago with Miguel Burchelt fighting Jeremiah Nakatila. He moved up in weight thinking Nakatila was going to be a walk in the park, and boy, was he wrong. We were all wrong. He got his ass beat, dude. What if history repeats itself here with Jamel Herring? I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll have to wait till. Actually, that's in 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks. May 21st, I think it's going to be. Yeah, May 21st. That's
I think
coming
so,
up
yeah.
in 3 weeks already, guys.
Two already, man. It's already May. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, guys. Moving on to the next news. Top featherweight contender Isaac Dogby is set to face Eugene Lagos as part of the Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay undercard in Ghana on May 21st. What do you guys think about this?
As you guys can see, we got a lot of good, exciting fights coming May 21st. Let's not forget, guys, also fighting May 21st is going to be David Benavides. So now we have David Benavides, we have Jamel Herring, and then we got this other fight, Tevin Farmer, and now Isaac Dogbe got added to that card. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that fight because it's going to be taking place in Ghana. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything as far as a network showing it. So this might be one of those things where we're going to have to wait on YouTube or news articles to see what the outcome comes out to be. But hey, get to see Isaac Dogbe again. Um, he's originally from Ghana, but he grew up in the United Kingdom. So I mean, this is a stay busy fight for him, guys. He probably couldn't get the top names that he could get, so he's fighting Filipino fighter Eugene Lagos, who has record of I think it's 16 wins, 6 losses, and three draws. So this is a stay busy fight for Dog Bay. Meanwhile, he tries to find a big name, I think. So he should be able to handle business.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, guys. So, Sriksakit, I can't say this name, compa. Help me out here.
Srisakat.
Sriksakit, Sir
Yeah.
Rungvisai is set to face WBC Super Flyweight Champion Jesse Bam Rodriguez in Texas on June 25th. So Rungvisai was scheduled to fight fellow countryman Suryan Satorn on April
Yeah.
30th in Thailand, but that was scratched due to this fight being announced. What do you think about this, Juancho?
I mean, like you were just saying, if he's gonna really fight Bam, yeah, it's a good fight. I think I haven't seen, in my opinion, I haven't seen much of Bam. I've heard of him, seen his clips enough, so I can't really, say, oh yeah, it's gonna be a test for him. I've heard of him.
He had that good fight against Carlos Cuadras.
Yeah, he
Nobody gave
did.
him a shot at win. He had to move up 1 or 2 weight divisions for that. So I don't know. He's kind of a hot topic, but right now, but dude, so Rungvisai is a
Hmm.
he's legit, dude. We'll see if Bam can handle it, and we'll see if because so Rungvisai hasn't fought in over a year, guys. So
Yeah,
ring
ring
rust is a
rust. We
big
always
yeah,
say
dude.
it.
You saw what
And
happened with
guys, let's
Jesse
not forget.
Vargas.
Yeah, exactly. So and
Hmm.
let's not forget, guys, it hasn't been announced officially. I think they're still finalizing the details, but Joshua Franco versus Gallo Estrada might be added to that card. So
Oh, sure, that'd be great.
if that gets added, that might become the main event, and this fight might become the co-main event.
Because what happened to Estrada the last fight that he pulled
He
out
uh
because
he had to
COVID? No.
pull out because of COVID. Yeah, because he was supposed to fight Carlos Cuadras. That was
Yeah.
supposed to be the rematch fight.
Hmm.
But he had to pull out, and that's where Bam Rodriguez stepped in for him. So um, Joshua Franco said he's literally just waiting on Gallo Estrada to sign the deal. So we'll see if they add that fight. They want to see the Franco brothers fight on that same card, and they're both from Texas. So it's set up for the Franco brothers to win. But hey, Gallo Estrada is not done, and Srisakets or Rungvisai ain't done either. So the old man might show these young men how it's done. That's a good
Yeah.
fight though, either way. So
And
hopefully,
we've seen old men come back, just
yeah,
like
Nonito Doner.
Nonito Donaire, exactly.
Yeah,
Nonito Donaire. So we'll see what happens
Gennady Golovkin.
with that fight. That I
The old
thought though.
men, the old men can still do it, man. But they only the older elite, older guys can do it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens, guys. And now for the fight preview. The main event this Saturday.
The main
Canelo
event. Let's do.
Alvarez versus Dmitry Bivol. This is gonna be an exciting fight, like always. Canelo always brings the excitement. Cinco de Mayo weekend. Canelo Alvarez versus Dmitry Bivol. WBA Super World Light Heavyweight, which is 175 pounds, title fight. It's gonna take place at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, May 7th, 2022, via the Zone pay-per-view at 5 p.m. So it's 79.99 for non-subscribers and 59.99 for subscribers. So if you have the Zone, it's a little cheaper,
$60.
I guess.
Yeah.
$60, guys. So should I even give Saul Canelo Alvarez resume?
If you
Like
want to, Copa, but that
everybody
I mean,
knows Saul
we're gonna
Canelo.
take up the whole episode's
Well,
clip time for this.
let me just give you
Say
guys,
that.
yeah, the what you guys know who he is. So he is the
Yeah.
IBF, WBA Super, WBA Super, WBC, and WBO World Super Middleweight Undisputed Champion. His 57 wins, one loss, two draws, and 39 KOs. He's Orthodox. He's 5'8". He's age 31, which is freaking young, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. He last fought Caleb Plant, which he won by 11th round TKO on November 2021. So he has a 6 month layoff. Notable opponents, guys: Shea Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, Eris Landy
Jeez.
Lara, Miguel Cotto, Daniel Jacobs, Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant,
Jeez,
and
man.
now Dimitri Bivol. So, who is Dimitri Bivol?
That's just naming a few that you named too, Copa,
Yeah,
because there's other
exactly.
guys on there.
Yeah, there's a lot. So, who is Dmitry Bivol? He is a WBA Super World Light Heavyweight Champion. He's 19 wins, 0 losses with 11 KOs. He is Orthodox. He is 6 feet tall. He's 31 years of age. He's from Tokmak, Kyrgyzstan, whatever it
Kyrgyzstan,
is,
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan. Lives
Yeah.
in Indio, California. He last fought Umar Salomov, which he won by unanimous decision in December of 2021. He has a 5 month layoff. His notable opponents comes to you by Jean Pascal, which he won. by unanimous decision back in 2018. Joe Smith Jr., which he won by unanimous decision back in 2019. And now Saul Alvarez, who is the current undisputed super middleweight champion. Guys, who are you guys going for? I'm sure we're all going Canelo.
I mean, if you guys haven't seen by now in our 60 something episodes that we're Canelo fanboys, you're going to know now. uh, I think I can speak for the group guys, unless Juan tries to pull some stupid shit right now and say that he's going to go Bivol. But I can confidently say we're all going Canelo.
Well,
I mean,
Canelo, dude.
it's only
and it's not to go for it, Juan.
it's only because I've been picking correctly for quite a while now, and I feel
Oh
like
my god.
Beeble's got it under his wraps, man.
Yeah, yeah. Shut the fuck. Then what I tell you?
Nah,
Uh,
just
You're
kidding.
gonna
so,
say some
Nah,
dumb
just
shit,
kidding.
oh,
guys. And this is not to take away from Bivol. Bivol's a great champion. It's just he's facing a legend in Canelo. There's no beating Canelo right now, guys. He's in his prime. He's the best in the world. I just don't. I've kept saying I just don't see anybody cracking the code of Canelo Alvarez right now.
It's
Maybe in a couple years when Canelo starts getting a little older and starts slowing down, then guys might start beating him. But as of right now, he's in his prime time, man. There's no beating this guy, regardless of what weight class you are. Shoot, Canelo, believe it or not, he could probably even compete at cruiserweight, man. Heavyweight's asking a little too much for a little 5'8" guy like him, but I don't know, man. I think it's not going to be an easy fight at all either. Bivol
no.
knows how to box. He's a big guy for 175 that knows how to box. He knows the sweet science. Uh, there's still that part of me that says that has that fear factor for Canelo, like, oh shit, what if? But I mean, Canelo's already been touched by the biggest punchers in boxing, and the dude has a granite chin. So, unless the only way to beat Canelo, guys, is one, you're a very good boxer, the way Floyd Mayweather boxed him, or it's a guy that can just back up Canelo. And we have yet to see someone back up Canelo and just impose their physicality on him. If anything, the little guy, 5'8", is always backing up the bigger fighter somehow. So
Yeah.
unless somebody boxes the shit out of him, or can bully him, there's no beating Canelo.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Juan? What's your analysis?
I mean, like you were just saying, I mean, Bevo, look at his resume compared to Canelo's. Canelo's fought champions, man. He's fought all these different sorts of elite fighters that we call nowadays.
Yeah,
And then you got Dmitry Bivol, who literally has fought, what, two notable fighters.
yeah,
And at the age of 31, just like Canelo, it's like, come on, you only have, what, this is your 20th fight? It's like, look at
yeah.
Canelo. He's going, what, to his 50 something? It's 60 something fight? 60,
First fight,
yeah.
61st.
And
Yeah.
Jesus.
it's like it's crazy to see the numbers amount of experience that Canelo has now compared to Dimitri Bivol. Yes, people were wanting this fight. People wanted Bivol because he was, supposedly Canelo was ducking him. He was a top guy in the division. He was going to beat Canelo's ass easily, this and that. Yes, he's bigger, but what happened with when he fought Smith? Um,
Yeah.
Fucking destroyed his, his just his
He
biceps.
put his he put his bicep in his ass somehow. That's how much he beat him up, dude.
Exactly.
He put
Or
the
like, or
dude's
like, or like with Billy Joe
Jesus Christ,
Saunders.
man.
People were like, "Oh, Billy Joe Saunders is gonna beat him," and look what he did to Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah,
He broke his orbital, his eye.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
just comparing the height, it's like a lot of people compare that
Yeah,
Smith fight, with the height. Canelo doesn't matter with who he fights, shorter, taller. It's
he's a
like
fucking
he
bully.
he adjusts to
Yeah.
this. So I mean, like Kike was saying, this guy's a legend right now. He's on his prime. I don't see there's a way him losing unless he like flat out just is like not feeling it, not just not performing the night.
Someone has to bully Canelo, dude, for Canelo to be beat. And that's why a lot of people feel Benavides can do that.
Hmm.
But we'll see. I don't know. Someone has to be able to impose their size on him. Show him I'm the big man and I'm a good, because a good big man always beats a good little man. But no, there's been no good big man to bully Canelo. So uh, we'll see, man. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
good fight. I'm Cole and I are actually going to be in Vegas that weekend. Let's hope we could watch it at a bar or something, Cole, and or we'll see where we watch it, man. But we're going to be in Vegas. We're going to try to get tickets, but dude, those are way too expensive. They're like $600 for the cheapest ones.
So
It's
I'll
like we
make a
said, just
I'll make you some media passes, and you guys can just sneak in with those fake media passes.
No, we'll just get our boxing talk private helicopter to drop us in the rafters. We could afford the we could afford the chopper, but not the ticket. So
Well, dude, have you seen the tickets? They're
no,
like a freaking 500K for some right there in the front. It's like,
or
what the
Copa,
hell?
we'll just put Juan on the corner and hopefully he can sell. But
They're gonna want a refund
yeah.
or
Oh
one.
my god, for one. No, but yeah,
Uh,
man. I'm
you're
excited to see Canelo
pimping
again.
out Juan, compa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
it's gonna be crowded, man.
yeah,
I'm excited for Cole. He's gonna get to see that
yeah,
how the
yeah, yeah,
boxing weekend goes over there in Vegas, and it's
yeah,
gonna be
dude.
crowded, man.
Not just the boxing weekend, but the boxing weekend. It's like this is
Yeah.
not the regular boxing weekend. This is like you got the superstar coming in. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah. That's crazy, man. But
Yeah, we're gonna be
yeah,
out.
guys.
Sorry, Copa. I was just gonna say, yeah, we're gonna be out there to celebrate my mama's 50th. So
Nice,
the big 5-0.
nice. That's
Yeah,
your mom's young, dude.
I know, man. She had me young.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
celebrated my mom's birthday in Oaxaca, Mexico. She turned
Oh yeah,
67.
that's right. Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
we had like a whole freaking stage and everything for her.
I saw that, man. That's
Ricky
cool.
basically
Yeah,
took the Beatles of Oaxaca to perform for his mom.
The
pretty
Beatles of
much.
Oaxaca.
Yeah, it was a lot of partying, man.
Uh,
But I'm excited for you, Kike. Like, it's gonna be cool, man. The boxing weekend in Las Vegas, that's gonna be huge. Cinco de Mayo, man. It's gonna be crowded. First
Your
of all,
birthday's coming up in a couple days, compa.
yeah, yeah. Thursday,
Yeah,
I turned 30.
38.
I
No,
turned no 30.
just playing. Just
Hey,
kidding.
38 minus 4.
Yeah, there you go.
34.
I was just messing with
Yeah.
you, man.
Thursday, man. Thursday's my birthday, man. Cinco de
There you
Mayo.
go.
So I'm gonna watch that fight Saturday.
There you go, man.
Yeah. That's why I get excited for my birthday, man. Big fights happen on my birthday.
Exactly,
But
dude.
with that being said, guys, Kike, give us the leaderboard. What happened?
So because like you guys know, we do this leaderboard. It's just some fun for Ricky and Juan and I to do. We keep track of as you guys know that tune in, we predict these fights. When we predict correctly, it goes in our win column. We pick incorrectly, it goes in our loss column. This last weekend we had Liam Smith and Jesse Vargas. Both Juan and I went Liam Smith, Ricky went Jesse Vargas. So that would those that picked correctly go W. Those that picked incorrectly a loss. And then we all picked correctly on the Valdez versus Stevenson fight. So just an update: we've previewed 37 fights, guys. 37 fights already going into May. Juan's our leader right now with 31 victories, 6 defeats. I'm in second with 28 victories, 9 defeats, and then we got Ricky in third with 25 victories, 12 defeats. So all good records, but Juan's somehow I don't know somehow is beating us.
Guessing.
I'm kind of ashamed to say that, guys, but I guess we got to give him his credit. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
Hey, the year's not over. We'll see if this changes, if Kike moves up, or even if I move up. Who knows? We'll see what happens with that. But before we end this episode, guys, we reached 6,000 downloads on our
Yep.
podcast, which is it's a milestone, guys. Remember when we first started, we reached 100, the
Yeah.
200, 300, 500.
When we first started, I was like, "Shit, I'll be happy if we get one person that listens to us." But this is simply downloads, guys. People literally have to go in there and click download the episode. So we don't even really truly know how much more listeners we have. So
Exactly.
it's kind of like YouTube. Like people may like the video. Let's say 10 people like the video, but there's 500 people that view it.
That
So
actually watched it, yeah.
so we'll see. It's
Yeah,
been
because I'm
it's been a
sure,
fun ride, man.
I think we're already in
to be on,
for
uh,
the listeners. I think we're already like at a million something. I'm not sure, something like that. No,
I don't know
just
about a
kidding.
million, maybe thousand. No, but like you know how like Kika said, like we got 6,000 downloads, but how many people actually listen to it without
Yeah.
downloading it? We
Because
don't know.
I know I watch a lot of YouTube videos that I don't necessarily like the video or I subscribe. I just watch the video.
Me too.
So let's see.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for your continued support. Again, follow us on Instagram, Boxing Talk Podcast, Twitter, Boxing Talk Pod, and on YouTube, Boxing Talk. Give us a like, give us a review on any platform you guys want. Anything helps. Again, we're doing this as a hobby. We're not getting paid for this. And we're doing this for you guys, for your commute, gym, whatever you guys are doing. Keep you guys updated with boxing news, um, gossip, and post
All of it.
fights, everything. We give you guys everything. So hopefully you guys continue to enjoy this podcast. With that being said, Enrique, you have anything else?
No, Rick said it all. Glad to have you back, Rick. We've been on a
Thanks.
consistent grind this year. We've all been part of each episode. I know Rick missed for the first time this year, but that's it's his mama's birthday. Come on now, we got to give the guy a break. So I know when Juan has a fetal lice turn a birthday, we'll give him a break too. So, no, but yeah, guys, thanks for the listens. Thanks for the support. Cole been grinding too, so thanks
Yeah,
Cole
thanks, Cole.
for grinding for us. But that's all I got, guys.
Juancho?
Um, Basically, I summed it up, man. Thank you guys for supporting us, and thank you for hitting us up on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
And whoever made us get banned from Twitter for 3 days, I hope
Yeah.
hope you guys rot in hell. No, I'm just kidding. But if you guys didn't know, Twitter did ban us for a couple of days for some reason. So,
I don't
oh
know.
well.
That's so weird.
I guess we got haters already out there, and we love the haters. Leave us a review.
So what happened when somebody flagged something or what?
We got shadow banned. We couldn't really post anything for 3 days.
Yeah, I don't know
fuck?
what the hell that means.
So we were on timeout.
Yeah, basically.
Oh man.
And for all you guys, asking about Cole, we're gonna make a video soon about Cole. Introducing Cole. Who's Cole behind the cameras?
We're gonna make a video of his whole biography, where he was born, all of that. So.
Hey, if you guys noticed, I think we posted a picture of. Oh, it was on the story on
And the
Instagram.
footage will get lost.
God, there you
Oh, there we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Well, there you go. A snippet. At least you hear his voice now.
Who is the mysterious Cole?
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you guys have a good day and peace.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.